Hey, I'm Kat, a nurse practitioner, functional medicine provider, mom and wife, and the host of Pivot to Healthspan, where we dive into the root causes of fatigue, gut issues, hormone imbalances, and everything that impacts how you age. This channel isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. So you can feel vibrant, stay sharp, and still do the things you love doing in your 20s when you're in your 60s and beyond. It's about helping you build a life full of energy, vitality, and purpose at every age. Today, I want to walk you through one of my favorite tools to figure out what's really going on in your body when you're feeling off. It's called the GI map, and it gives us a deep look at what's happening in your gut. But don't worry, I'm not going to use a bunch of medical terms. I'm going to explain it like I always do with my patients, by using a garden analogy. So let's say your gut is a garden. The soil is your gut lining and immune system. If the soil is dry, inflamed, or damaged, the garden won't thrive. The flowers are your good bacteria, the ones that help you digest, boost your mood, and keep your metabolism happy. The weeds are things like bad bacteria, yeast, or even parasites. They crowd out the good stuff and cause bloating, fatigue, brain fog, and more. And then we've got the weather or the seasons. That would be your lifestyle. So stress, poor sleep, too much sugar, antibiotics, all of that affects how your gut garden grows. When something's out of balance, your gut starts to send signals like constipation, skin problems, feeling tired all the time, or gaining weight even when you're eating healthy. The GI map is like running a soil and plant test on your body. It tells me what good bacteria you have, and if you have enough, if there are weeds like yeast or bad bugs that need to be cleared out, and how strong your gut lining and digestion are. This test helps me create a personalized plan because no two guts are the same. It takes the guesswork out. So why does this matter for hormone health? Now, if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s and you're starting to feel off, like your energy is crashing, your sleep is a mess, your moods are all over the place, or your weight won't budge, it could be your hormones. You know, perimenopause doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It doesn't start at like 40s, in your 40s. It begins as early as your mid-30s. And for many women, the symptoms sneak in without warning. So here's the thing. Your gut and hormones are deeply connected. If your gut is struggling, you may not be clearing out excess estrogen properly, or maybe your hormone therapy might not be working the way it should, or you might feel stuck, inflamed, or even worse than before. That's why I always look at the gut before jumping into hormone support. Because if the soil, your gut, isn't ready, your hormones won't land well. It's like trying to plant flowers in dry, cracked dirt. It just doesn't work. I had a patient, let's call her Sophia. She was exhausted, bloated, not losing weight, and already on hormone therapy, but nothing was helping. I ran the GI map on my patient, and her GI map showed that she didn't have enough good bacteria, there were a lot of yeast overgrowth, her gut lining was weak and inflamed, and her body wasn't clearing out estrogen properly. Once we cleaned up her gut, gave her the right support, and worked on her digestion, things started to shift. She had more energy, less bloating, and finally started feeling like herself again. So if you've been trying to feel better, but nothing seems to work, your gut might be the missing piece. Your gut is your garden. Let's stop guessing and start testing. If you're ready to dig deep into what's really going on and get a personalized plan, click the link in the description to book a free discovery call or learn more. Let's pivot together.